Welcome back to another episode of Aunt and Andrew with Family's Everything.
Until it's not. I'm Aunt.
I'm Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. How are
Hi,
you?
Aunt.
Well, it's Southern Charm.
Yeah, I love how they showed all the
Do,
women
do,
at the
do,
beginning,
do,
and that was
do.
the last time that they showed any of them except Taylor.
It didn't. I know. We saw hardly any Madison. She was just talking about little Hudson. Seems like he's better. Oh, and they showed Pat in the beginning too.
Yeah,
Ooh,
no, but Hudson's great.
I love
Your
little.
little child's growing up so
I know he's
fast.
so cute. He's so sweet. I was sort of surprised that they started back with JT and his little.
I hate him.
He's
a
all
loser.
about he was too much about, oh, did you see the big dick energy? He's
He's a
like all
loser.
obsessed with it.
He's too
And
short.
he's becoming more and more of a tool to me
Short
every
man
single
problems.
week.
Yes.
Yeah,
Huge tool.
every week, tool. Now, I will say that they did say, Taylor has kind of given us lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. And it's sort of true. So
Taylor's not meant to be on television.
no, she's not good TV.
She can't even film with her family.
Or as boring as her. That's all I could say. I mean, they're a nice family. They're a wonderful family.
What do you mean? I thought they were going to start playing Duck, Duck, Goose. They were sitting in a circle, sitting in chairs. It's like, who's up next? Duck, 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 Goose. Let me run around.
Listen, but
was that boring?
Cool. They're a nice family. Okay.
Yeah,
the parents have been married forever, but they're not meant for television and they're boring TV. And if I want to watch that, I can go across the street and see the neighbors.
I think they should do the Green and I think they should do the Green and Levis family vacation. And we should have Raquel and her family and Taylor and her family go on a little trip.
Oh my gosh.
Put it on,
would
like,
anybody watch
Lifetime?
Oh, no, Lifetime's more exciting
A&E,
than that.
Discovery Channel.
I did like one thing that JT said.
What?
And that is, he said, bad decisions doesn't make you a bad person. And that's true. That is a way to live your life in a lot of ways. Just because and you have to look at that, just because people make bad decisions doesn't always mean they're a bad person.
See, I like that quote, but I like it when you're consistent and when you feel that way across the board. But JT, you think Austen's a terrible person and he's made bad decisions.
Yeah, he's made. And I don't think Austen has done anything that bad.
Well, JT, so the reason why JT's like that is because JT wants Taylor.
Yeah. Well,
That's
he can have her. I don't know.
Plain and simple, though.
You can have her.
He'll never get her.
Have her.
She wants to be the victim. She wants to get cheated on. She wants a tall man to cheat on her all the time and treat her like shit. And she'll always want that until she loves herself.
I will say when Olivia was with Austen and they were drinking, that I could see on her face now. Oh, and the brother did die of a drug overdose.
I know, I saw.
Yeah. Not that it matters, but it's
no, it
not
doesn't
like
matter.
He was.
But now at least we know the Lyme disease.
Yeah, it wasn't Lyme disease. That you can see on Olivia's face, like she doesn't really care about any of this stuff anymore. Like, because also
they did say that the brother died from fentanyl. So this is just another reminder for people. I know 2 people from Boston that were on a cruise going from LA to Mexico or last week, a gay themed cruise. They're the most dangerous things out there. And they died from fentanyl.
Oh, yeah.
In their cabin, 2 of them. And it was from cocaine that had a little teeny tiny.
It doesn't need any. You just can't. It's
so
a reason to say no to drugs.
Drugs are dangerous.
Very.
And let me tell you something even more. When you know drugs are dangerous from like the trusted dealer that you go to, the drugs you get randomly from a person on a cruise ship are really
dangerous. Yeah, it is. I hear that story time and time again.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's so common that it's not reported on.
Yeah, and it's rampant, especially in New Hampshire. Believe it or not, there's a lot of fentanyl deaths, and it's so sad.
So just don't do drugs, and then you won't get the fentanyl. How about that?
Yeah, totally. You know what I mean? And it could even be casual things laced with them these days. So
I know.
Anyway,
if you do cannabis, go to the dispensary. Don't buy pot off the street anymore. Like, there's a reason why it's legal.
I can't imagine. It's like a shady watch in New York City back in the day.
You wouldn't buy a bottle of tequila with no label on it on the side of the street from a random person. So why are you going to go buy pot from someone in a random car?
Totally. I
go
agree.
to the store.
But you can see in Olivia's face that she's just like, who cares about this crap anymore? My brother's dead. Like, she's totally in shock, and I can get it. I thought it was, didn't you think like just Austen and Whitney were just thrown in there for filler? And what grown men share turkey clubs?
What do you mean? Just their scene talking
Yeah,
about going on
yeah,
the trip? Yeah.
yeah. It was just like, it's like Whitney needs to get his face on TV. Let's see if Whitney's in every episode this year. That will
Yeah.
be that his ego is getting the best of him as he ages, because he's 55 now. Whitney, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Whitney
that
Sutter Smith.
I want to know why none of them like came down on Shep after he talked to Taylor like in the car. Like I was waiting for someone to be like,
Yeah,
dude, are
yeah.
you guys gonna ever break up?
Yeah. Well, I don't like that. I didn't
It's
like it at all.
odd.
To be, I'm going to tell you that bus ride, I would have wanted to kill somebody. First of all, it was 5 hours. Can't they fly? I mean, maybe there's no airports, but that seemed like so painful. And why does, of course, the call? I mean, she knew that they're in the bus. I mean, because she had a camera on her, they got a camera on them. I mean, all these random phone calls kind of drive me crazy with the FaceTime, because they're only doing it because they know the cameras are there.
Totally. And I think that a lot of like the
I
amateur
don't like
viewers
that
out there,
stage. Yeah.
the amateur viewers out there are probably like, probably thinking that Rodrigo is the one that shouldn't like that is like forgettable. The Rodrigo's the only one that's being his normal self on the show and not
Yeah.
trying to get
Which
attention
is
on the
amazing.
camera.
Yeah.
JT and Rod are just trying to get attention. They're forcing themselves. Rod, the show, not only has the show not even shown you having even remotely any type of relationship with Olivia, it's been awkward as hell when they have shown you with Olivia. Like not only like it's just ridiculous, and then to watch JT and then for them to have their little conversation upstairs,
I know.
and it's just so dumb. And I actually also have to say, who's in New York for Watch What Happens Live with Austin's sister, Rodrigo? So I believe he's
right.
actually friends with them, and like
Yeah.
and maybe brought on because they wanted a gay guy, but it wasn't like, let's bring on a gay guy to check a box of him being a gay guy, because he acts more straight than most of the whole cast. Like he's literally less out there,
more so than Craig, that's for
and
sure.
more flamboyant. He's less flamboyant than Austin.
Yeah. Well,
so
Austin is, I'm starting to think he could be on the spectrum. I hate to
say
that, but he's just odd. Even on Watch What Happens Live, he's not ever like normal.
And I didn't even think the way
is.
Rodrigo was talking about that photo of Shep was really bad. He was like, wow, you were so handsome. And then he let it go and moved on. And then they made the burgers. And then he decided to create like a pound burger for 2 burgers for the 8 of them. And then he didn't even realize like why they were too big. If you saw his facial reaction, he was like, oh, I just made 2 hearts. What do you mean?
Too bad. I first of all, we're gonna talk about. I want to go back to Taylor and her family. Just for a brief moment.
I think we're just getting there.
No, we're over it, really. Basically, Taylor, get your damn dog fixed. Nobody wants a puppy running around with
You've said this
pad on. We didn't talk about the dog.
We did when the first time we saw the dog.
That was last week.
I don't know when it was, but you already went on a rant about it.
No, sorry. Fix your damn dog. Nobody wants your dog running around bleeding all over the place. It's disgusting.
Of course, I get that. But what I'm saying is,
and you know what? Bob Barker wouldn't like it. May he rest in peace. Because he used to tell you to go spade and neuter your animals. And I'm just saying, and he just died a short time ago. Bob Barker, go spade your animals, please. Anyways.
I just there's so much more to pull out of Taylor's family, how they sat around and had story hour. And like, it was like, they were literally like, it reminded me of the final scene. It reminded me of the final scene from
was too tall. I would have, you know what I would have liked from Grandma? You know what I would have liked to Grandma when she said, oh, Grandma, just give me a swig. I would have liked Grandma to go, fill my glass up.
But she didn't.
She didn't. I know. Poor Grandma. She just wanted to.
I forgot what I was going to say. So let's move on.
Okay. He was something about Taylor's family.
It's okay. It's all good.
I think my co-host is getting upset with me today. How funny was it that Craig was so obsessed with his flowers?
I think that he probably said it as many times as we saw it. And when you edit it down, it looked obnoxious and it wasn't.
Oh, okay. That's probably true.
You really think that what you see is what they're giving, and it's not.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's shady. That's a shady edit.
Shady edit. Shady. But you know it's not shady?
What?
Shep's country home. His mountain home. Man, that is a beautiful, beautiful home.
I mean, I guess it's no different than any of the other houses we've seen in all these shows.
Yeah, but this is actually his parents. The last ones we've seen recently are always a friend of a friend of
That's
a friend
true.
of a friend. I mean, because Shep's home, his own home isn't anything special.
None of theirs
It's
are except
no, I
Pat.
know. And how funny. Have we talked about the fact because this needs to be talked about that Shep drives like a Buick Enclave? Like it
Yeah.
doesn't go with him at all. I mean, that's like a dad car. And he's like some hot, single, rich baby.
How do we know he's rich?
Well, because he doesn't work and he has a trust fund and he
Okay.
doesn't even try a side business. And his parents don't realize that he can't even start the grill. I mean, so,
But that leads me to believe that he's very basic, very simple, and doesn't really know how to do anything and doesn't care about the flashy things like.
Because he's a trust fund baby. But I think it's just funny that he's in a dad car.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Rusty Bannister.
Shh.
I don't care.
Can't say that.
Why?
Because you can't. He doesn't
We're
have a
already
trust fund.
20 minutes into this. We're 20 minutes into this
he
episode.
has
You
an
think anyone's
actual
still
job.
listening?
He has an actual job, though. RB, just call him RB.
Okay,
RB
I'm
has a
talking
real
about his
job in
energy
life.
around money and
Oh,
his
yeah,
ability
maybe.
to make himself look like what he has. Some people just don't have it. They're old school. He's a hunter. Like Shep, I'm saying he's a hunter.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't care. He's got the cash. That's how RB is.
Yeah, I get it. I'm gonna say this though, that
They're very similar families, actually. I feel
yeah,
like very wholesome, but they got the bucks.
yeah. I want to say that on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this week, we went to Resorts World in Las Vegas, and then in Southern Charm, we went to the lake house, the beach house, whatever it is. This is the Woods house.
Mm-hmm.
I would take the Woods house over Resorts World any day. I just want to say that.
I would love to see the Southern Charm boys at Trixie Motel.
Oh, yes, that would be. Now, you know what? Who would be out of the three of them the only one who could handle it?
Craig.
Really? I'm thinking
No,
Shep.
I think Craig and Austen would be fine. Like, I think they would all be fine. I think Shep would probably have. I think that they are all been around so many gay people, trans people, drag queens.
Well,
they're on Bravo.
Oh, you're
They're
talking
on
about
Bravo.
Trixie. Oh, I'm not talking about the Trixie Motel. I was at the Benton Hotel I went to, not Trixie. I went to the Benton Hotel.
No. I'm thinking they should go to the Trixie Motel.
Oh, Trixie Motel. Well, that would be fine.
I think every cast should go to Trixie Motel.
Yeah, I do too. I don't have a problem with that, but I'd also like to see every cast go to the Benton Hotel. I'm sorry, the Benton Motel.
See, I think they'd be fine at the Shep would be fine at the Benton Motel.
That's what I said.
He'd be licking the testicles at the testicle festival.
They'd all be eating it. I don't know if that's what I'm saying. I don't think Craig would really like the testicle.
I think Trixie Motel could be its own show, and each week a different Bravo cast goes to Trixie Motel. And it's a surprise each week.
Honest to God, I'd rather see them go to Benton.
No, there's not as much to do. It's not as fun.
Just go to the Benton Hotel, and one at a time. They have to do all the rooms over.
Nah, you think it's funny? It would get boring quick.
No, that could be like what is it? What was it? What was the name of the show where they would do the makeover? What was it called? Something makeover.
Yeah, like home makeover.
Yeah, like home makeover or whatever.
But that's not like fun. You need that. I'm saying
fun to the
what are they going to do at the Benton Hotel?
Oh, can you see can you see them at the bar in the whole bit? I can.
No, I think it's the same as them going to the bar like they did
anywhere.
Anywhere. I think Trixie Motel, it's like it's pink. It's the pool. It's the you make it fun and different. And I think that if you saw them all there,
what's the room service menus only? Chicken fingers and beef and flatbread pizza. That was so funny. I'm gonna say Craig walked in. He said, I know, I thought it was okay. I love when Craig walked in. He says, I love it here. And you know what, Craig? I love it here too. And you can tell it's Shep's happy place. And it's a great place for guys to go. I don't understand why they invited Taylor, but that's a whole other story.
The producers did.
Yeah, of course.
So why do you not understand?
Well, I know that, but I'm saying in a real world, I
Oh,
never
you
would
mean
have
no, in
invited.
a fantasy world, like you're pretending that the producers don't exist.
Okay. I just thought it would be so much funny for just guys to be guys. Because, see, I think when you bring women into a guy's atmosphere, everything changes, even just one woman. So I
I
like
want
when
you to watch
guys are
Rodrigo
guys.
because I
I
think that
will.
he is going to, because it's the same thing that I'm saying here about with Bragate that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
It's
Well, we
like,
didn't really talk about Bragate
yeah,
yet.
but let me tell you something. Anyone that thinks it is so desperate and they're like, I have to say, and this is someone that
Bragate
is
is desperate to me.
like, and I think Austin doesn't tell the truth that often.
I
And I
don't
think in
either.
this situation, he is
He is.
100% telling the
Yeah.
truth.
But um
And
here's my
Rodrigo, like, didn't really like, you can tell that he's just like, yeah, she took her bra off. Like, I actually think the bra being left out is less conspicuous that they hooked up than if it wasn't left out because there was nothing to hide. So he wasn't running around changing this, making sure this looked good, did this, did that. He just
I
probably didn't even
agree.
realize it was there.
But I also want to say this, considering she just lost her brother, why do we even have to bring up she took off her bra? Like
Because
that's
JT, because no,
because the friend came over and her
because they're
bra
trying to
was
make
there.
Austin look bad.
Yeah, I get that. But I
Actually, you
mean,
know what? You bring up a very good point. If I was Austin and Olivia, I
mhm.
would lash out at Rod and JT for being so like insensitive to the fact that like if she took it off and shoved her boobies in Austin's face, her brother just overdosed and they dated for over a year
Right.
and they both have lost siblings and maybe that's better than her going and lashing out and sleeping around with someone that she doesn't know.
Not only that, but Austin doesn't have a girlfriend.
No, it's totally normal
And
and fine.
Olivia doesn't have a boyfriend. And if by any chance they ended up horizontal on the couch, it's no one's business but theirs as two consulting adults.
It's
Oh,
better
I'm
than
sorry,
Taylor
not
sending
consulting,
nudies.
consenting.
Well, maybe they were consulting with each other.
Maybe. I just think like it doesn't matter. It's just that little tool, JT. So
And I thought Austin
I
brought up
didn't
a good
even
point.
think
Rod
Austin did
goes,
anything wrong.
how about Rod going, oh, it disappoints me. And then Austin goes, how about you dating her? That disappoints me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like all this tit for tat, literally, I don't get.
Tit for tat. But I think that's why I'm just saying that, like,
And
I
why
think
is Rod
Rodrigo's
talking about
boring. But I think
Rod hasn't.
Rodrigo is boring. But
Yeah.
I do think that if Rodrigo does merge as a character this season, at least it'll be organic and natural. Rod and JT are
Is
literally
forced.
searching for storylines.
Searching. And he's such a tool. I'm sorry, JT, if you're out there, you're a tool. Go
And
clean the
Rodrigo
kitchen.
may false like he may just be a one and done because he doesn't do anything out of the ordinary and like no,
Yeah.
but at least
Oh,
he's
Rod
not gonna
doesn't. Oh.
be he's gonna at least look like JT and Rod are going to be known as the people that came on that wanted to create a splash that
Mm-hmm.
didn't, but
Mm-hmm.
tried desperately.
Yeah.
And Rodrigo might just come on as a snooze, but at
Well, and
least
I understand what you're saying. And I also think some of JT's whatever it is
yeah.
we call it is because he's being hazed so bad. There is a little bit of hazing going on there, but that's how it is with guys.
But don't you get what don't you get what you ask for? Like I think that
Yeah,
he's shown
totally. I
up.
think he just getting what he deserves
You
to
say
a
like
degree.
big dick energy. How about
Yeah.
big tool energy? He's got BTE.
He's a tool. He's a tool. And I kind of feel like everybody kind of does. I don't care what happens to JT. I want to know, did he take his diabetic medicine with him?
Of course he did.
Okay, good. That's what all JT should be worried about right now. I don't mean to make light of the fact that he has diabetes at a young age. I'm just saying I find him a tool.
I do too.
Yeah, yeah. And he's always going to kind of be a mess.
Why
But Rod is a mess too, because Rod hasn't hooked up with Olivia either. They went on a few dates and they had a sandwich on the park.
and I feel bad if Rod and Olivia have actually gone on like legitimate dates off camera and like are kind of dating. I feel kind of bad, but Bravo, like show that so that we have a little more empathy for Rod.
Yeah,
Because
they're
right now
not. They don't.
it looks like now that they like literally like went on a little stroll in Central Park. And let's just say this: they ain't Uber. They're not banging in Central Park. Okay, like
now next time I
and
go
they're
to
not
Central
sitting
Park,
under Bryn's mother's tree or
where do you
grandmother's
think?
tree.
You know what I'm going to do before the next episode? I'm going to go online and find out where people have sex in Central Park because I'm sure
Probably
it's
on the
something on
bench.
Reddit.
Probably on the bench underneath Bryn's grandma's tree.
Oh, but I'm bum. Anyway. Anyways, I didn't see the previews. Did you
Mm.
for next week?
No, not really. I mean,
No,
it's
not
no,
me.
it's mad. It was showing like the fight, and oh no, it's showing them talking with like the masks on about like it seems like Olivia and Taylor must come visit them, and then they were showing them like playing a game, like sitting around in a circle with like these masks on.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if they bring Olivia and Taylor to this party, it ain't going to be exciting because there's not anybody exciting in females in this cast. Sorry, there are not.
Well, Olivia and Taylor aren't friends right now, I don't think.
Okay.
So something must happen. And I have a feeling that maybe, I have a feeling like, can you imagine how ass backwards this would be if Taylor and Rod get mad at Olivia and Austen after what Taylor did with Austen, after what Rod did with Olivia? Like, it's just, you said that Vanderpump was incestual. See, there's a difference.
Oh, this is incestual too.
Vanderpump's cast like came on the show like so here's the thing. I think that when you have to remember that when Vanderpump started, it was like, okay, Stassi and Jax were cast members, they dated, and then it was like we saw Bo come on because Stassi brought him on. We saw Brittany come on because Jax brought her on. We saw James bring on Lala, and then James bring on Raquel, and then and
James bring on what's the other girl's name? Katie?
No,
it's not Katie. It's
oh my god, and we love her. I
do.
forget, but she's the fortune teller.
Allie
Luber.
Okay,
Allie Luber.
Okay.
But so they brought on their partners, their relationships. It's very rare. And I think like these people need to learn when you are on an established cast and you date or you cheat or you hook up with another cast member, it never ends well.
No, when listen, here's the thing. If they're bringing, like, I'm going to say it again, Olivia just lost her brother, and watching Taylor is like watching paint dry on the wall. Bringing them into the party into the weekend isn't going to add anything.
No, it is because the guys are fighting over them, and so like
yeah, but they're boring as AF. And so what we really need is a little. This is when we're missing Miss Catherine. Dennis,
you don't think it's going to be entertaining watching JT?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out.
You don't think it's going to be entertaining watching JT in front of all the other guys?
I don't know. Let's
chase Taylor around the little mountain house.
Oh, yeah, because he does like profess his love for her. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess.
And then Austen is vulnerable and sad, and so is Olivia. And I think there's also
Shep's the one calling on the phone.
I think Shep has a thing for Olivia.
Oh, now we're just going ring around the rosy.
But I think it's because by default. I think Shep in the back of his mind was hoping.
These guys are like musical chairs. But you take one out, they find a new seat.
It's convenience. I think Shep was hoping through this whole Taylor and Austen debacle that he would land with Olivia. Or at least a one-night stand. They drove together to the party.
Yeah, and they went to New York together too.
And I think Olivia's just like, I think Olivia is cooler than we give herself credit for. And I think that that's showing this season because we also have to remember Leva, Madison, Vanita, they all love Olivia. They don't like Taylor.
Right. Well, we need more Madison and Leva then because
and you can tell Leva's
bring it a little bit.
Because Leva has the restaurants, she's got the staff, she had the show.
I couldn't stand her last year, but I like her this year. So don't keep on telling me I'm so stuck in my ways.
You are.
Oh, well, maybe.
But I mean, I don't know. The daily mess for me is Taylor and her whole family.
I think the dog's a little messy, actually, tell you the truth, because it needs to get fixed. Or
dogs and kids are off limits for me. I blame Taylor. The dog can't go to the dog can't go to the vet themselves and get fixed.
That's true. So it's Taylor's the mess because she
don't blame the dog. Fixed. Blame the owner.
Okay, blame the owner. Okay, so I'm blaming Taylor. She's my mess.
And the whole family.
And I kind of think JT's always a little messy too.
Do you know who that family needs? They need a little bit of Linda, Monica's mother. They just need her to bust through the doors.
You want to know what's so great? Let's just talk about for 5 minutes, not even 3 minutes at the end here today, that BravoCon's going on, and you can find us at Aunt and Andrew on Instagram. And I am reposting all kinds of things going on.
Did you see the clip of Kyle not remembering her tagline? Because I thought it was fake.
No, I didn't see that, but
SE Cup was doing a panel with like a mix of like a bunch of wives from different cities,
SE
and she
Cup.
wanted
Oh,
SE
yes.
Cup.
Yeah,
She's
no, I
obsessed with
know who
Bravo
she
though.
is. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, she used to be a real person on CNN, but go
She doesn't
ahead.
even do anything anymore. She won't even accept a speaking engagement. I brought her
Wow.
offers. She's very introverted, you can tell. I think she's a political commentator, obviously, but I think her interests lie in so many different places that she doesn't like. I don't know. She just seems
Okay,
very
well, we
picky
don't
and
know.
choosy.
Okay.
Anywho, she said, let's see if you guys can remember whose housewife tagline is who. And then
And
Kyle goes, I tend to forget mine. I don't even remember them. And then all of a sudden, SE Cup's first line was, um, they there's a lot of skeletons in this town and not in my closet. And when it was so obvious it was Kyle or whatever line that was that season. And Kyle's looking around like, whose is it? And then SE Cup's like, you do forget yours. That's yours. And then Larsa Pippen, who's on the panel, goes, your taglines always have town in them. How the heck do you forget that? I don't believe it.
oh, interesting. Well, now I have to get back to what I was going to say.
Oh,
I
sorry
was
that
going to
I
say
sorry
no,
that I
that Jeff,
overtalk
no.
over you for the
So
first time today.
you are going. Andy had a panel with Jeff Lewis.
Yeah.
And Jeff Lewis was the moderator, and Andy, it was just the two of them on the stage, and people were asking questions. And I loved one thing that Jeff said, and he was
What?
like, how the hell did Monica find herself in Salt Lake? The woman's on food stamps, for God's sakes. What's she doing on the show? I thought that was kind of
What did
funny.
Andy say?
I don't know what he said, but I like the question. I thought it was typical Jeff Lewis snark.
But why is that? That to me is dumb. You know why she's on the show.
Well, because she is a witness in
Yeah.
Jen Shaw's trial. That we know. But she's not the
That's not
only.
enough.
No, but she's not the only witness.
Oh,
They're not all on the show. There's
she
more.
worked for Jen and she knows the women and knows of the women and she has that personality. I don't think
Yes,
there's that.
no,
I don't
there's
think
not
most of the
many people like
witnesses.
Monica, but I did think that was now that's snark. I'm just saying on Jeff Lewis's part.
I think it's snark, but also like,
And he also brought up
I don't know.
all everything going on with Bethany. And he says, I don't know why anybody thinks I hate the housewives. I love these women and they've given me the life I have. I don't hate these women.
Of course he doesn't.
Yeah, no, I know. But there's some people who thinks he's a little
Do you
bit
think
of
that's
a
breaking
mess.
news, what you just shared?
Well, it just happened yesterday. So yeah, I do.
Tuning in live from Aunt News Live.
I wish we were at BravoCon. Next
Same.
year, we're going to get ourselves there. We tried, but the tickets were already sold out. But
No,
next
no,
year, we're
I
getting
was ready.
ourselves.
I had it ready to go. I texted Aunt and she took 10 minutes to write me back and I couldn't buy them.
And
I
it was
should have just
gone.
bought them.
You
I
should
could
have
have
just
sold
bought
it.
them.
I
Yeah,
know.
could have. And next year, we're going. We'll be
Yeah,
there.
we are.
All right.
We'll have to. But anywho, love you guys. Follow us on Instagram, Aunt and Andrew. We share lots of updates, especially all the breaking news from BravoCon that Aunt thinks is so dynamic. And then also you can follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, spread the word with all your friends, including all of the dogs at Vanderpump Dogs. Let them bark their way all the way to our likes.
Oh, you know what? Oh,
Lisa commented on Mauricio and Kyle.
One more thing. Oh, she did? What did Vanderpump?
She just said, you go through. She said, I guess I'd heard of things here and there, but you never want to believe them. And she goes, and they have kids. They've been married so long. It was very nice what she said.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
One last thing. They had a little trailer for
Pump.
For Pump.
It was very blah.
I know it was, but that's okay. And it's coming in January. So
I know.
This is already November. We only have about 2 months. Ooh. We've got Thanksgiving, we got Veterans Day, then Thanksgiving, then Christmas and New Year's, and then Pump rules. Woo! Exciting.
Wow. Love it. Talk to y'all later. Bye.